we are kicking things off with massive news from the NBA. Jayson Tatum just dropped a huge injury update ahead of the crucial Game 7 against the Philadelphia 76ers. We dive deep into what Tatum shared about his leg, the concerns surrounding his status, and exactly what this means for the Boston Celtics' path to the finals. You need to hear this right now.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to hold it with one hand? The PopSocket's Pop Grip gives you a secure grip, works as a phone stand, and even lets you swap the top for a fresh new look. Simple, useful, and perfect for everyday phone use. Click the link in the comments to grab yours on Amazon.
Next up, we look at the surprising reaction from Celtics star Jaylen Brown as the 76ers forced this Game 7. Brown gave us his candid thoughts on the series' momentum, acknowledging the tough losses while laying out his intense focus for the upcoming showdown. Find out what Brown thinks is the key to unlocking his best performance against the Sixers. Now we turn to the coaching strategy. We break down what Celtics coach Coach Mazzulla is emphasizing regarding depth and execution for Game 7 against the Philadelphia 76ers. Mazzulla reveals why executing the game plan and managing the margins are more critical than ever as the team navigates this high-stakes matchup. And finally, we examine the bigger picture. For Coach Mazzulla, we explore how depth is becoming a key factor in Game 7 versus the 76ers, and how the Celtics must adapt their strategy to secure their postseason hopes. Don't miss a second of this analysis. Stay locked in for all the latest NBA action. The Boston Celtics face a critical Game 7 showdown against the Philadelphia 76ers at TD Garden this Saturday, a contest that carries immense weight given the team's recent struggles. Momentum has been severely tested following back-to-back losses, and the situation was compounded by a concerning incident in Game 6, where Jayson Tatum exited the game in the third quarter with an apparent leg injury, fueling serious speculation about the severity of the ailment. However, Tatum provided a significantly encouraging update during his post-game press conference, easing the fears of Boston fans. While concerns lingered that the injury might be related to the Achilles strain sustained last year, Tatum clarified that it was not the same issue. He described his leg as just a little stiff and expressed confidence that he expects to play in Game 7, stating, "I wasn't overly concerned." This news offers a substantial relief to the Celtics faithful. Tatum was instrumental in Game 6, delivering a strong performance with 17 points and 11 rebounds before his departure. His availability and health are now paramount for Boston as they aim to advance in the series. Tatum intends to rebuild on his previous performance and guide the team through the crucial Game 7, though he will require increased support from his teammates compared to the previous game. Jaylen Brown offered a surprisingly optimistic outlook ahead of Game 7 of the playoff series against the Philadelphia 76ers, despite the Celtics holding a commanding 3-1 series lead. Following consecutive double-digit losses in Games 5 and 6, where the 76ers gained momentum, Brown expressed confidence in the team's ability to rebound at home. "We just gotta be better," Brown stated. "All things considered, we're in a great spot. Going home for a Game 7, expecting a great atmosphere, expecting a great fight from our group. The last 2 games wasn't the best, but you move on. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited for Game 7. When questioned about the team's strong position despite the series deficit, Brown pointed to the 76ers' performance, acknowledging their recent success while emphasizing the necessity for the Celtics to focus on their home advantage. "It's the playoffs. All things considered, they're a good team. They've been playing well. Defensively, they've been guarding well. They've had a good game plan. Obviously, we expected to be better in spots. We haven't. We can't get our head down. We gotta come out and have our best performance of the series on our home floor. That's the most important thing." Brown acknowledged that a strong performance from him would be crucial, noting that his recent shooting performance, including a 40% field goal percentage and 30% from three-point range in the last 2 losses, coupled with 8 turnovers, was a concern. He identified a need for offensive dynamism. "I think we're playing into their hands a little bit. I definitely think, even myself, the type of shots, the type of things they want us to do. That's not what we've been doing all year." but maybe a shift in your approach can open some stuff up offensively for us. I think that's what we need, the need for me to be dynamic." Looking ahead to the intense matchup, Brown stressed the need to counter the 76ers' established comfort level and confidence. "Nothing is gonna be easy. Nothing's gonna be given. We gotta break it. Their comfort level is higher right now. Their confidence is high right now. They got a different swag to them, and we gotta take that. They're not gonna give us anything, so we gotta be the team that throws the first punch, and that starts with me. I gotta come out with a great force. I gotta play smart. I gotta pick and choose my spots a little bit better and try to find ways to open up stuff for our team." The highly anticipated NBA clash between the Boston Celtics and the Philadelphia 76ers took place on Thursday, April 30th, 2026. This matchup featured intense competition as both teams battled for supremacy in the league. While specific box scores detailing the final statistics are not provided in this summary, the game marked another significant contest in the ongoing season between these two powerhouse franchises. Fans and analysts alike are eagerly awaiting a deeper dive into the game's performance, which will undoubtedly contribute to the narrative of the season's top contenders. The Boston Celtics' postseason success has been largely defined by their exceptional ability to utilize depth, a strategy coach Joe Mazzulla continues to emphasize as a core strength. While conventional wisdom suggests teams should rely heavily on their best players in the playoffs, the Celtics have demonstrated that adaptive strategies built around core strengths can be highly effective, a pattern also seen in the Indiana Pacers' previous season. Speaking during a conference call on Friday, May 1st, Mazzulla confirmed that despite shortening the rotation for the first round, he still views depth as a significant asset. "I think you're always trying to look to take advantage of the roster you have," he stated, adding that this approach was a focus throughout the regular season. During the series against the Philadelphia 76ers, the Celtics have seen meaningful minutes for players such as Jordan Walsh, Baylor Scheierman, and Luka Garza. However, Mazzulla stressed that executing the team's specific ball movement style of play remains paramount, regardless of who is on the floor. Regardless of who plays, just executing the game plan, executing their details, Mazzulla noted, emphasizing the importance of margins like offensive and defensive rebounds and ball security. The path forward for Boston hinges on their ability to adapt to the 76ers' defensive schemes and game calls while maintaining their fundamental approach and utilizing their established winning players. Success in this matchup could propel them toward a potential showdown with the New York Knicks in the East semis. Conversely, a failure to adapt and maintain their current losing patterns risks an early exit from the postseason and raises serious questions about the roster's future heading into the offseason.